Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. Welcome back to Shift Society. My name is PJ if you have forgot, because it has been like 63 days since I've uploaded anything. Now, a lot has changed in those 63 days as far as the cars go. Bunch of cars and trucks have left and cars have came and trucks to replace them. The Mustang, unfortunately, is gone. Now, the last video that you've probably seen posted was me at Bristol at Streetcar Takeover in the Mustang. Did great. No complaints down there. Actually had one more race after that. It was the Real Street Revolution shootout at I-64 Motorplex over in Owensville, Kentucky. Car did great. I was in the 8.0 index class and ended up in the finals and broke out. Did a 790 something. The guy with the Cobra with Power Glide and all that, apparently a bracket racer, he beat me. I mean, that's all there is to it. A couple of things that I learned during that event about the Mustang. If I was going to make that car competitive, I was going to have to do away with the MT82 and at least get a TR6060 or a T56 Magnum or T56 XL. I forgot which one they said it actually was. Well, the car was going to need a lot more power. It was a pretty much bolt-on Coyote. So other than that, it was pretty much stock. Now, it did pull like a 1.7 60-foot on street tires, which is absolutely amazing. The car went 790s. I think that was the fastest that I got it to that day. One of my buddies, Josh, he had asked me to sell the car to him before, and I just wasn't ready to part with the Mustang. Well, he offered me kind of a price that I couldn't really turn down. I kept a lot of extras that wasn't installed on the car that I actually going to put on eBay or something. Anyway, I ended up selling him the car. So the Mustang is gone. I don't know how many people on here was actually watching the content for the Mustang, but if you were, we're still going to have Mustangs on the channel. So don't go anywhere. And to all you new people, go ahead and subscribe because we got some really cool stuff coming now that I decided to film again. Long story short, I took some of the money from the Mustang, started looking around on Facebook Marketplace, obviously, and found two cars. And as you guys know, I don't even think I've showed you the completed Voodoo Blue C6 yet. Next video, I will show you the Voodoo Blue C6 in its completed state. I don't think I ever have yet. I'm kind of a vet guy at heart. I'm an LS guy. Not exactly brand loyal, but I do like the LS platform. It's easy and cheap to kind of get power out of, and I obviously like vets anyway. One of my biggest regrets was getting rid of my 99 FRC that you guys have probably seen a couple years back on the channel. It was the yellow FRC. I absolutely love the car. Probably my second favorite car behind my 03 Cobra I had when I was in my early 20s. So naturally, I tried to find another C5 because another car that left was the black C5. Ended up selling it. Unfortunately, it did get wrecked. I don't want to go into the details of that for privacy of the new owner, but he did get an awesome C6. So if you're watching this, you know I'm talking about, congratulations on your C6. I went ahead, jumped on Facebook Marketplace, found a C5Z, it was an 04, and I found a 2000 FRC, and I absolutely love that body style. I love the hard top of the C5. It's kind of love or hate with a lot of people, but I absolutely love it. Love the way they drive, love the way they handle. So started to negotiate on both cars, got the price down equal on both cars. To a normal person, a 04 Z06 versus a 2000 FRC, kind of be a no-brainer, and I thought it was for me too. But unfortunately, the black Z06, once I asked him to send me videos of anything that he deemed wrong with the car, it turned out there was a lot more wrong with the car than he originally told me, and some stuff he still didn't disclose that I just seen in the videos. So I kind of asked him about him, and he ended up just kind of ghosting me after that, which kind of a little suspect. So I went ahead and moved off of that car. So a guy named Damien had a 2000 FRC down in Raleigh, North Carolina. Went back and forth. Work wouldn't let me get off to go get the car. I was afraid he was going to sell it. I ended up sending him like a $100 deposit. He was cool enough to take that, so I could come down and get the car. He went to Virginia Beach with his family. He actually was cool enough to meet me up in Richmond, Virginia, which saved me about 3 hours on the drive, and I ended up getting it. I got the 2000 FRC. Now, it was the same price as the Z06. I paid $12,000. I'll go ahead and disclose that. But this car has a lot of goodies, so let me go ahead and show you the car. So like I said, the car is a 2000 FRC. It is black underneath. However, it is like this metallic matte gray wrap. I'm not sure exactly if you can see that because the sun is kind of going down, but it is a matte metallic gray. The wrap has obviously seen better days. Not exactly sure how long this wrap has been on here. I can only suspect that it's been on here for a while. Like I said, it's kind of in bad shape in some places, but from back here it looks absolutely sick. So the first thing that caught my eye on this car was these Forge Stars, 19-inch all the way around. think these are 19 by 11s in the rear and 19 by 10s in the front. Brand new tires, so that was a big plus. Brand new drilled and slotted rotors, brand new brake pads on it. Looking underneath the back of it, you can kind of see Hotchkiss sway bar back there. So it already had some suspension goodies on it too, and it is absolutely, it's not slammed, but it does have a good stance. I think it is lowered on the stock bolts. He never really said, but it does look good. It also had an aftermarket cowl hood. This is not the biggest cowl hood I think that they make in this style. It's just a little bit bigger than stock. I think it fits the car very well. It's not too big, it's not too small, kind of like Goldilocks. It's just the right size. The interior of the car was actually in pretty daggone good shape. I've never had a Vette that these are actually in, so no big deal there. Black interior, manual obviously. This car actually does have heads-up display as well. That was kind of rare on these 2000 FRCs, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Corvette guys in the comments. Was the heads-up display actually as rare as what everybody's telling me on the FRC? Coming around to this side, more of the same. Aftermarket floor mats, aftermarket door seal covers. Does have an aftermarket shifter. I think it's like TPW or TPS or something like that, I think the previous owner said. One of the best things about this car though was it came with a ton of documentation. This is receipts for literally every mod that was done to this car, down to labor, the tune, some time slips because this car was at the track, and some other goodies that I found out later on about this car that I did not know about. One of the biggest surprises is when I got down there, he was like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, under the hood has this. Now, how you forget to tell somebody that this is underneath the hood is beyond me. So that's not like really my style, but I can appreciate the artwork. Turns out that the guy that originally built this car was the one that actually airbrushed that himself and then had a guy clear coat over top of it. But it is Jason in front of Manhattan holding a severed Freddy Krueger head. I don't know if that's going to get me demonetized on YouTube, but it might. Anyway, down to the engine goodies. Has fast fuel rails, fast 92, SLP Blackwing intake, LS2 throttle body, PRC 2.5 heads, has LG 1 7/8 long tubes, Moroso catch can. Battery is actually new, not that that's a mod, but I think it's aftermarket injectors. It does have a comp cam. I'll find the specs and put it in the description below, but it is an aftermarket cam. It does have an X-pipe, and it has factory Z06 mufflers. So it actually sounds not exactly stock, but stock-ish. It's actually really comfortable to drive. So like I said, it does have an aftermarket comp cam. However, with the Z06 axle backs, it sounds stockish, if that's possible. So another thing that the guy I got it off of didn't disclose to me, which apparently he didn't know. The guy that built this car, or put the car together at least, he owned it for several years. It felt like there was an aftermarket clutch in it. The guy I got it off of didn't say anything about it. Anyway, it has a McLeod RST twin disc, which kind of tells me why it acts the way that it does. If you ever drove a street car with a twin disc, you kind of know what I'm talking about. Another thing that he didn't tell me about was when I was fishing around the glove box, I found this little USB cable. So the guy that built the car told me, hey, go look on the back of the glove box door. There should be an N2MB, I think that's how you say it, watt box with launch control and two-step. So sure enough, it was under there. I haven't played with it yet. We will in a future video. I just wanted to get this car on the channel because there's some big changes coming to this car very soon, but I forgot that I never even showed the car on the channel to begin with. So I've rambled on for over 10 minutes about this car. But anyway, that is the car. That is the 2000 C5 FRC. We're back in another Corvette, and this is going to take the place of the Mustang. So this will be the track car, the one that goes to the drag strips. It's a little bit better suited for what I'm going to do because it already has the Z06 differential. It already has the clutch. It already has the shifter. and it already has some mods. So the only thing that is left to really do is some sort of forced induction. We're gonna run it, I think, in 2 or 3 weeks at I-64 again. There is another Real Street Revolution event, so if you are near Kentucky, Ohio, Tennessee, West Virginia, come out to that. I will share a link in the description below for that event. I would love to meet everybody, check out the car. Don't know if I'll have the blue car here or there, should I say. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm going to trailer this one over just because this is an untested car and God only knows what's going to happen to it. Next video, I will go over and show you everything that is wrong with this car, and then after that, unfortunately, I'm going to get unwrapped. The matte metallic gray looks good, but I did get this tag for the Mustang. It is Black Ops, and I need to make this car worthy of that plate. So the matte metallic gray will be leaving. Like I said, it is black underneath. However, the guy that built the car that I reached out to did skim a guardrail. So the front bumper is pewter, the rear bumper is white, and the quarter panel on this side is also pewter. The rest of the car is black. So it is what it is. I didn't know that it had been wrecked until after I bought it, but I checked the car out on a lift. Everything was straight. There was no damage, even to that little front core support area that always buckles on these C5s just because they sit so low. It was actually okay too. All right guys, so now I am done rambling on. So anyway, come out to the event, check out the car. Hopefully the car does good, but tomorrow or the next day, I will upload a video with everything wrong with this car, because there are some things and some things that are going to have to be addressed sooner than later. So as always, subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up for this video. Sorry that I've been absent off of YouTube for like 2 months. Won't happen again, hopefully, but I'll see you guys on the next video.